I am so happy and excited to have you back with us again, Comfort. Hello, how you doing?
Hi, Red. Sure. Thank you. I'm doing okay. Thank you. Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us again. And of course, it's teamwork, guys. I have nothing to say. I'm just here because you are here. So let's do it together. Thank you, Red.
You're welcome. And what a succession, I think is the correct word, of fantastic people we have had in the chair. Yesterday, Steve Brocklehurst absolutely blew it out the water. Got to have him back on. And obviously, Comfort is here once again. Why? Because it was so awesome last week when we listened to her that we had to have her back on, didn't we? She is such an uplifting spirit and person, and just listening to her really does get me fired up and excited. So, Comfort, we were talking last time, weren't we, about your journey in OnPassive, where you came from, and what you will want to do. I'd like to expand on this a little bit. Obviously, OnPassive is the vehicle that you've been looking for to do the things that you want to do. Just tell us a little bit more about some of the projects and things that you've got in mind for when the money starts coming in with OnPassive.
This is a good one, Red, and I can go on and on. I can be all over the place because my basket is full, my hands are full, and there's so much happening in my life, So yeah, OnPassive is here, and everybody, myself, like anybody else, we are just looking out there because we have a basket full of stuff we want to do. So I will just start from person. I think it's okay to be selfish sometimes. The CEO knows this because he says you take care of yourself first. I want to be selfish. I live far away from home, and I'm missing my family so very much. And like I think I told you last time, I am the oldest of 11 children. My mom died. I miss my siblings that I did not grow up with. And I've always had a dream to come together with them, live together in one particular place. But the challenges have always been finances. But then from the spiritual perspective, I've always prayed, because when I look back in the Bible, there's somebody called Joseph. He went away from his family for many, many, many years. God made it to happen for him. I've always prayed, and I said, this is that opportunity. The moment it's done, I'm just looking forward to being a mother to my younger brothers and sisters and my nieces and nephews and stuff like that. That aside, my country, my homeland is actually bleeding. Since 2017, the country has been in war because I come from Cameroon, where we were colonized by two people, France and Britain. I come from the 20% that was the British colony. And so there is this war. People might think it's civil war, but it's kind of war between two countries, French Cameroon and English Cameroon. So many people, so much is happening. You have thousands of unaccompanied minors who have lost their parents either to death or to imprisonment, or they just disappeared. You don't know where they are. They're left to themselves. You have women living in the forest, delivering children, and they died. Either they got bitten by snakes and stuff. You have a woman like myself and they use moss plants. They just harvest grass and use as sanitary pads and stuff like that. And this has been torturing us since 2017. We have done everything we could. So what I am just looking at now, I'm just like, the war is not stopping. When the war starts, it never stops. But my eyes are in the forest. There's no reason why I sit here. Since 2017, a lot of things have changed in my life. Why? Because I don't throw food. I used to waste food and stuff like that. But since then, I see children go hungry. When my children, they open the fridge and they choose the flavors of yogurt they want. If there's none there they want, you might want to go and get the flavor they want. But there's a child out there like mine. They don't have a roof over their head. They don't have a parent. They don't even have yogurt. So I'm just like, God, help. So when this time comes, I'm just really looking, and I'm looking. A few people know me on this platform. A few people have supported, and we've done a few things here, and they're helping. We have thousands of refugees in Nigeria and in Ghana and countries surrounding us. So the moment we are ready, that is one of my first things. I just want to get ready. I just want to go out there and do a lot of stuff. I go to Nigeria, thanks to Nigeria, because they are keeping our people, just uplifting people's lives, sending children back to school. There are many, many children who cannot go to school either because of war or one of the reason or the other. Red, I'm not sure if this is what you wanted to hear. Just ask exactly what you want, and I will tell you. But this is what I have in my mind.
I just love listening to you, Comfort, and this is exactly why we are doing In the Chair, is to get to know you. It's not about me or anybody else. It's all about the person who's in the chair, so that we can get to know you a little bit better. And this is exactly what we are looking for, is to have a good look at the real Comfort Konfor. That is what we're after. So you really are a bit of a firecracker. You're always so upbeat. You've got a massive smile on your face all the time. Tell us a little bit how you keep your positivity on a daily basis.
Yeah. One, again, I go back to the spiritual realm because I'm a spiritual person. I go to church. I believe in God. I pray a lot. So my day starts, most of the days, my day starts at 3 a.m. because I've got a long list of things I do. If you might have an idea. I homeschool my 4 children. I have my own life to live. So when I wake up early in the morning, first thing, I read the Bible, I pray, I do devotion and stuff like that. And then from there, I do my own things that concern me. And, I want to do OnPassive. I want to do other things that I like doing for myself. And then before the children wake up, things are already set so that they get ready and go. So when I do that, it just keeps me happy. Sometimes you get really heavy, you get worn down because a lot of things happening. When you smile, I always say, I thank God for the gift of smile, because I don't know how life would have been without a smile. Because not like when you smile, it doesn't say that smile is an absence of problems. You have problems, you have issues, but then when you pray and you believe that everything is fine, it's okay, then the people I deal with, because since 2020 that I joined OnPassive equally, I've found a brand new family and stuff like that. And I have people that I talk to, I have people I listen to, I have people I just read from on social media, things that make me happy. OnPassive comes second after my spirituality and things like that. And then my family, especially watching my children growing, being friends with them and stuff like that. So sometimes I'm just like, whatever I'm going through, sometimes you think that it's the worst situation, but not until you watch a woman who gives away their baby in exchange for money because they cannot feed that baby, and you watch things like that happening. But I'm here, I'm happy, I can worship God if I want, I can do anything I want, nobody's stopping me, nobody's persecuting me. I have a family, a host of family and friends surrounding me, and it just keeps me going. And especially that I do things that I like. It keeps me going. Yeah.
Fantastic. There's a couple of things actually I want to pick up on what you said there. First off is self-preservation, and whatever you do on a daily basis to uplift yourself, make yourself feel good in life is certainly a massive plus, because there's an awful lot of anxiety, depression out there at the moment, and whatever you can do to uplift yourself on a daily basis and make yourself feel good is certainly a big plus. Now, you also mentioned about smiling. Now, it always reminds me about smiling of a poem by Spike Milligan, and I don't know if you've heard it, but I'm going to read it out to you because it is one of my all-time favorite poems. And this is written by Spike Milligan, who's a bit of an English comedian, I suppose, and lyricist. But it says, smiling is infectious. You catch it like the flu. When someone smiled at me today, I started smiling too. I passed around the corner and someone saw my grin. When he smiled, I realized I'd passed it on to him. I thought about that smile, then I realized its worth. A single smile just like mine could travel around the earth. So if you feel a smile begin, don't leave it undetected. Let's start an epidemic quick and get the world infected. Now, I absolutely love that poem because it is infectious. If you see someone smiling like you, then you want to smile yourself, don't you? Because
So true,
it makes you feel good. And that's what I love about it. I'm the same as you. If you are upbeat, you're smiling, you're happy, guess what? People get attracted to you because at the end of the day, they don't want to be hanging around with a miserable person, do they? They don't want to be hanging around with a upbeat, friendly, smiley person like yourself. And this is why I really do believe why so many people like you and Fund Me and all those. Remember, cast your mind back to both of the lives that we did in Worcester and Manchester. Man, you got the crowd absolutely rocking because of this infectious delivery that you have on so many people. It really is amazing. And this is what I love, what you're doing on a daily basis for OnPassive, doing your lives and webinars, you know, and doing the interviews now as well. You've had some great guests on, and you are an absolute treasure and asset to OnPassive, and I love you for that. So what do I want to ask you next? What I want to ask you next is, what plans have you got moving forward then with OnPassive? Where do you see yourself within the framework of OnPassive?
Yeah, I see myself like yeah, with I hope I answered the question as you want. If not, you are going to rephrase it so that I say what you want to hear. Yes, with OnPassive, I see myself as a very successful person. I see myself as somebody whose dream will be fulfilled or is already fulfilled, because like from our discussion of last week, I knew that OnPassive, or I said that OnPassive is just that bride. We're just waiting for the day it's going to be unveiled. And so with OnPassive, the future is bright. I see myself as a great leader influencing lives in my communities and across the globe. Because one of the things, I go back to last week again, I told you I like traveling, and anywhere I go, for your information, I've had a lot of difficulties in my life. And there are certain things I used to tell myself, there's no way I can do this or I can do that. I love traveling, but I was just like, sometimes I'm like, there's no need for me to leave from here and go across maybe to Australia or to some part of Asia, when I could have used this money to help some suffering people back home. There's no way I can ever buy me a brand new car because somebody is suffering. A brand new car costs £30,000 and 30,000 people are suffering. Why do I spend that money on me? But then with OnPassive, I see somebody whose mindset has changed. I've seen somebody whose conscience, guilty conscience, you know, I've kind of been vindicated by me here. I just want to use me because we are talking about me. But then anybody who sees or has an idea of what Mr. Mufara is seeing lying in front, I just put them in my shoes and think that we should think like that. So with OnPassive, it's just a bright future. It's a different world. It's a change of mindset because, you know, I've learned just a lot again, you know, so many things. There's so much I want to acquire from my family, like I've told you, to friends. I have a friend who is struggling with health and so on. I just want to adopt her and the child and things like that. So I see a life of freedom. I see a life of relief. I see a life of empowerment. I see a life of great leadership, living by example, learned from people I've met in my life through this journey.
Excellent. You were talking about changing your mindset, and you've really hit the nail on the head about, with so many people, to be honest, and this is what I think has helped and changed so many people out of there is their mindset. Now, let's take you and I, for instance. We're on here doing a live and not really thinking much of it because we've done them so many times, and so it's quite a natural way about, you know, what we do. But we certainly, both of us, didn't start off like this, did we? And we had to change our mindsets of what do we want to do and what we have to do. And, you know, most people think, it's all right for you, it's easy, you make it look so easy, you're a natural at it. Well, I can assure every single one of you out there right now that me and Comfort weren't natural when we first started. Have a little look at stuff I was doing 5 years ago, and it's cringeworthy. But here is the thing. You certainly have to change your mindset and realize that what you are doing is of use and value to other people. It's the two-way street of when you do something and you get text messages or you get comments in your videos of people who really liked your content and how you present and the way you are, your lane, I suppose, of what you do. that certainly gives you the drive and encouragement to carry on and go forward. Now, I always bring this back to our CEO. It's us, all of us people out there who give him the drive to get up in the morning and go forward. It's not the money. It's not the success of the business that is his drive. It's knowing that we are behind him. We are behind, someone's dropped in the background. We are behind him doing what we're doing. Okay. And that is really where the mindset part of it changed for me a long time ago. I wasn't worried about what I look like, what I sound like. I'm just me. And I had to change my mindset and accepted me in front of a screen, listening to myself and just go with that flow. I know that you are very similar in that. I mean, you've got a busy place at the moment. This is you going with the flow, isn't it? And having to change your mindset, because otherwise you'd have got really uptight with the kids there. But it doesn't matter. That's you. That's your family. That is what you are. And this is why we love you for it.
Sure. Thank you, Red. I think I should say something here too, because this helps other people. Like saying you say, yeah, you know, Red was saying earlier on, maybe you listen to yourself, you don't mind how you speak and stuff. I should be one of the people here, because there is this African proverb which says, if you think that you are too small to make an impact, then you have to spend the night with a mosquito. So some people, if you've been in the tropics and you know what the mosquito does to your ear, then no, you know, because when OnPassive started, when 2020 happened, Red, when I saw this, I say, if this is true, I think about my siblings. I think about what is happening back home, right? I can't keep it. I can't stay quiet. I don't care who is in OnPassive. I'm approaching them. I made that video in Pidgin, but I could not stop there. Everybody needs this. Everybody needs to know this. Then I knew that I want to educate people about OnPassive. I don't know what to say because I'm not a techie people before I start lying and deceiving people. But then I tell myself, if you want something, go for it. Guys, if you want something, go for it. That's why I went to Michael Williams. I went to Dr. Bill Williams. I went to Marty DeGamo. I went to Redfern. I went to every and anybody. There's sometimes I would be talk to people and shiver and say, what are you doing? You know, but then I need this. I'm really scared that I don't speak well because people might not understand my accent and my own broken English and stuff. But then there's something they have which I need to pass out to people. That's why I brought all the Jeffrey Mollocks and so on. I said, listen, there's times I used to want to say, if you don't understand me, ask me to rephrase the question until you understand it, because what I want people to hear can only come from you. However, I need to be like the facilitator or what, you know, to just get the catalyst, because somebody needs to learn something, but then it has to pass by me getting people do it. So guys, let's keep doing it. And one of the things again is, don't worry about something you cannot change. If it's time to do it, just do it. You do it and you find mistakes, it's already been committed. Either you ignore it, or if you've wronged someone, you want to say sorry, or you've done something, you want to correct it. If you cannot do anything about it, say it's done and it's gone, but then I still need to move on. So I know I've learned how to move on. I've learned how to not worry about things that I cannot change. And I've learned how to go get it when I want it at all costs. I don't mind. There are people I invite, they say, I don't have time. I wait, give them a couple of time and then I'll come back again. And then some people say, I don't go out. I say, I'll help you say what you want to say, because I know what I want from you. So don't give up. Don't ignore. Don't think that you are so little, because if it's about people deserving it or being qualified to do it, that person will not be me. But I don't care. I do it because I want it done. And somebody needs to stand up and do something. This is OnPassive, and this is just the way to go. Red, I hope I'm not so over the place. Bear with me.
Do you know something? You're amazing, because again, you're having doubt in your accent and people understanding what you're saying. If you know the word catalyst and you can chuck that into a conversation, your English is absolutely perfect, I can assure you. We love listening to you, Comfort. We love what you have to say. I've just had, by the way, a message OnPassive 360 is going to be at 2 p.m. Eastern today, guys. The links will be coming out. It's always going to be on the top.live. So look out for it. It's going to be at 2 o'clock. Remember, it comes live on one of those YouTube channels at 2 p.m. Eastern. Obviously, I'd like you to be on this one, but don't tell anybody else.
Let's make it secret.
No one's listening anyway. Don't you worry about the people out there. No one's listening. Anyway, Comfort, thank you very much. So it's been fantastic having you back again. I could listen to you all day, but I try and keep the in chairs to around about 30 minutes because I don't want to take up too much time of you and other people. Tomorrow, guys, we have the amazing Narelle Walcott. She is staying up super late again in Australia. She's coming on. And then on Friday, we got Nafiso. And I can't wait to interview her because she's got one hell of a story, I'll tell you. A bit like Comfort here has from where she came from in Yemen. So a really, really good story to tell. So I'm looking forward to both of those. And obviously next week, we have new guests as well. Get in contact with me and I will let you all know on Friday who they're going to be. Anyway, last words to Comfort before we go. Over to you.
All right, thank you, guys. The same, nothing much. Let's stay laser focused. So much happening around me, guys. I'm sorry. Let's just stay laser focused because as far as I'm concerned, the future is bright because the future is OnPassive. I've read a few stuff here and there. Somebody said to me on OnPassive, read last time we had a chat about choices. I make a lot of use of this word choices. It's your choice now, whether or not to follow the right direction. You have just one energy. You choose how to use it, either positively or negatively. If you want to be on the right path, go on with the positive energy. Spend that energy here on this platform and other platforms, Marty DeGamo, Lady Nakamoto, and all of those people, and get what you want to know. Go on 360. But if you want to make your energy negative and waste it, then go and look at the things that people say contrary to what we believe in and we hold so strong onto. Because people say, I've been listening now, I am just lost. I say it's your choice to be lost. Others say you've been saying this thing for years and nothing is happening and we're tired. I say it's your choice to be tired because some of us, we have chosen to be positive, to be active, to be vibrant, hold on to the plow until we hit the target. Thank you, Red. Guys, see you soon. Love you all.
Absolutely amazing. It was worth every part 2 going, wasn't it, to have Comfort back on here.